Infrastructure, environment, and trade were hot topics during the Lansing Legislative Seminar. The Q&A panel discussion with 2 legislative leaders and 2 lawmakers with agriculture backgrounds led to a lengthy conversation with lawmakers, offering their take on how to address the state's crumbling infrastructure.
So when it comes to infrastructure, believe it or not, my fight, though I'm from rural Michigan, is not pitting rural versus urban. We need to first fix the funding problem. And that's that nearly $900 million a year is paid at the pump that does not go towards roads. So if everyone in this room thought about, take the past 30 years and think about what $900 million a year would have done for our infrastructure today, we would not be in the same situation.
And when we talk about the long-term issue with our funding, we have to make sure that when you take off the sales tax at the pump, and I agree it's very clean, you can't do it on the backs of kids and teachers. So that $900 million goes to our schools. And we've already had study after study that says we are underfunding education. So when you take that off, you have to make sure that you have a way to generate new revenue to backfill that shift. So not only is it schools, that we all have schools where we live, but it's also local communities too, to be able to provide services. So we have to look at this in totality and say, what solves the problems that we have without creating new problems?
My constituents, no matter where they live, are quite concerned about education and skilled trades, and those dollars that we could be putting into roads would have to come out of somewhere else in our budget if we don't find a way to raise additional revenue. And then the question becomes, what is the fairest way to do that? So those are difficult conversations that we should be having on your behalf as our constituents. It is our responsibility to find those solutions.
The rural road funding issue is something that I take example we do in Ottawa County. In Ottawa County, we have a county millage for $500,000. That produces $5 million annually. I know just to the south of us, Allegan County, they have a millage and it produces even additional dollars. 20-some counties in the state have that type of component. If we would have matching dollars at the state level to $500,000, that would require $350 million, and I believe that's possible here when we're talking these billions of dollars we do in Lansing.